Welcome to Origin Stories. I'm RD.
I'm Parrot.
We're telling stories behind the digital art revolution.
Each week we interview top artists
and live stream with the community.
Let's go. Today is tomorrow's origin story. Good morning, bud.
History, Parrot. And you, my friend, kudos to you. 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tea in your hand, coffee in mine. Let's do this.
Yeah. So we're here today because of Beeple's Christie's auction, which is history, I think, in the world of digital art. It's the first piece of NFT to make it to the traditional art world.
It is, man, it's been kind of like, it's been going on for a minute here. The bids have been rolling in for a minute. And, I think everyone's just gotten used to millions of dollars being associated with Beeple's name.
Sure.
But I'll tell you what, I woke up this morning and it hit me. I don't know how anyone else felt, but I just kind of stepped back from the situation for a minute. And I thought, this is insane. Like, this is really insane what's going on right now. I would encourage anyone to do the same, like kind of detach, because it's an NFT world's crazy. Things are flying around. I think we can get desensitized and it all can kind of bleed together. This is different. Like, today is different. Yeah, I got my cup of coffee, so I am a little bit fired up right now, man. But, we're sitting here and it's like 51 minutes are left in this Christie's auction. I think there's a strong possibility we could get some extensions after that. We'll see. We'll see how the bidding progresses. But, man, I mean, right now it's at $14.75 million. That's insane. Just smashing records casually, and we'll see. We'll see where things go from here. I have a strong hunch it's not even close to over.
Yeah, man. Yeah, going off what you said, it is pretty easy to get desensitized to everything, I think, especially with Beeple too, because he did the $6.6 million sale a week ago now.
Yeah. Yep. Crossroads. Yep. Crossroads.
Yeah. And so you're just like, oh, okay, well, 14 million, that makes sense, which in a way it does, but that's still more than twice the previous sale. Yeah, that's just what it's sitting at right now.
Right.
And
this is a life's work, what does this work represent? So, on one side you have Crossroads, like you just mentioned, that $6.6 million sale, the one of one attached to Beeple's first drop that will always, live on. This, while not a Genesis piece or anything along those lines, like, just think about what it represents. Like, this is a guy who blazed trails. A lot of people have modeled every days after the habit that he picked up years and years ago, over 5,000 days ago. Mm-hmm. I view this is like a career piece. This is like second to someone just shutting their career down and selling their brand and legacy as an NFT or something like that. This is kind of the step below that. This is saying this is 5,000 days and it's all in one artwork and only one person receives it. And oh, by the way, it's at Christie's. Insane.
A lot.
By the way, Adam Sternbach, what's up, Adam? Good morning. Is there a way to get alerts for bids or just refresh? I think actually just have the screen up. What I'm noticing is it's on auto refresh fairly frequently. So that is a good thing. And by the way, it's at Christie's.com. It's like onlineonly.christies.com. And then the Beeple text after that. Kate Harris, good morning. What's going on? 14.75 million with an hour to go. Here we go indeed. It's why we woke Parrot up on the Pacific Coast.
Worth it, man. I'm glad I'm not sleeping through this. It's one thing to sleep through this and wake up and understand how it goes or how it went, but to watch it live, there is something special about that. I appreciate being here today.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Appreciate being here with you. Let's see. We're rocking here. So another thing to keep an eye on. Shout fist bump from the Freight Train. What's going on, Freight Train? Good morning. Shout out to Devo, by the way, brought up a good point. B20 token. It's become, regardless of what you think about B20 or anything along those lines, the fundamentals, what it has become is it has become a proxy tracker of your belief in this auction, right? And your belief in where this auction will go. And so it is interesting watching that side by side with Christie's And right now, the B20 token took a little dive recently, but it is on its climb back up. So Freight Train says, why has it gone down? It's a good question. I mean, it seems to be tracking the auction. A couple new bids came in. I am seeing B20 pop back up here. I would imagine it will go in line. It would go in line with that. Snail Express, Snail OX, what's going on, man? Good morning to you too. Buddy?
Yeah, I don't know enough about all the mechanics about the B20 token to really understand its price movement here and there. The way I look at it, I bought some of it a little while ago. I just said, feels like a stock in Beeple's career right now. And I think that's how a lot of people are looking at it. I'm sure some people are planning to sell it after the auction, right before the auction. So there's going to be a little bit of volatility, but
and that's the fascinating thing to me, right? It's like, what are all the buyers' plans surrounding the B20 token? And I don't know. I don't own any, so let me get that out of the way. No controversy there, so I can just kind of freely speculate on what's going on. I do imagine there are a lot of plans. There are a lot of plans to try to, possibly dump ahead of the crowd, or the reverse, or it's just a big bet in this auction going to $69 million. And I think if it does, you'll see the B20 token, pick up some steam ahead of the end.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it could be a sell the news type event, or it could be this does go to a crazy number like that, and everyone's like, oh, Beeple is a good investment. Let's buy some of this because this is just really a start of what's going to happen.
And that's where legalized gambling comes in, right? I think everyone needs to be aware, hey, when it comes to it is legalized gambling, and hey, some people are ahead of it. Some people have inside information. Some people's projections are better than others. Hey, if you're in there, good luck to you. I hope your thesis is the one. I hope your thesis is the one that plays out well. We'll see. We'll see at 17.69. There's that number again, Parrot. I put myself on the line. I think $69 million is the price for Beeple's 5,000 every days. I could be completely wrong. Obviously, could fall short of that. I just think we're not even close to done. So I do think it was funny that B20 sits at 1769 right now. A little synchronicity there. Jeremy Booth, good morning. What's going on, Jeremy? Thanks for joining us. Cheval Hamard, I hope I got that right. Hi, what's going on? I need another pronunciation. Help me with this because I love your art. And this is Lorp, by the way. And Hashmook? Help me, Parrot.
Hashmook.
I need to get this right. Because that man is putting out some sick art based around a character named Zlorp. I have had my eyes on it for a while now. So good to give that shout out. And thanks for joining us today. Digital Donut says, my guess is 20 mil. I'm going over. How about you, Parrot? What's your official prediction?
I've said since the start, 22 million. Sticking to it just for that's what I randomly said a few days ago, maybe a week ago now.
Parrot, that's my favorite number. Did you know that? 22. 22. No shit.
Mine's 33. I didn't want to jinx myself though.
Okay. I mean, I say 69 million. If this thing goes for 22 or 33 or anything in there, I mean, obviously it's already such a huge success. It's ridiculous.
69,420 would be pretty topical though.
I want local news stations across the globe to have to report some stupid number, and have to say it super accurately. So maybe there is an auction winner who has a sense of humor. I think people might appreciate it. All right, so we got some names. Cheval says, "Call me Druid." All right, Druid it is. Druid.
What's up, dude? I was wondering if that was Druid. He's one of my first collector ever on Super Rare.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Shout
out.
Very, very, very nice guy. And it was hard for me to make out the profile picture. I was like, that looks like Druid.
And then Hash is fine. All right, we got it. Hash and Zlorp. Check out the art. How do you value B20 from Chun? That's a great question. There's so much that goes into this. I would highlight two pieces of the puzzle. I think it starts with the fundamentals. And it then extends to the mania that we're living in right now, right? And so, starting with those fundamentals. You look at supply, you look at percent ownership, you look at distribution, you look at any worst case scenarios as to, eventualities there. I don't know. You kind of do your own due diligence there, right? You come up with a thesis there. And then now we step firmly into mania territory. I think that, how do you think the market's going to respond? Do you think there's a possibility people dump early? Do you think people hold through? Come up,
people go burr.
People go burr. Yep. So, that's the high level. That's the high level. David Lisser, good afternoon from the UK. What's going on? Hope you have your afternoon coffee or tea. Probably 42 minutes left in the Christie's auction. Probably a good time to step back, talk about a few other things that are popping right now. We got some NFTs today, Parrot.
Sure that. We do to distribute to the people.
Mm-hmm. NFTs come to the people. That is exciting. And by the way, we'll be back here at 4 p.m. Eastern. Usual. This is not replacing. This is just because we had to mark some history. So we're going to be on live stream twice today. We have Nate Hill, special guest, coming at 4 p.m. EST today. Fast forwarding a little ahead of that, 7 p.m. EST today. Recent guests of Origin Stories, Thank You X and JN Silva, drop on Nifty Gateway. Want to be sure to give them a shout out here, and we'll be giving them shout outs throughout the day because I think that's one of those drops that's just special. John Priest, what's up? Morning all. Morning, John. John of Rare Boards and Rare Rooms.
Previous live stream guest as well.
Indeed. I mean, I guess we might as well say it now. We got another dart tournament coming up next week.
Yep.
What? The madness so we have to pull together the madness, but we're going to put some special stuff together around it. I think that's going to be next Wednesday. And there's Druid. Glad to have those pieces of yours in my collection, friend Parrot.
Oh, yeah. That's some of my favorite pieces that I've done. And to bring it back into this conversation about Beeple, those were some everydays that I did when I was doing some everydays because I saw Beeple do them. I was like, wow, that's cool. His influence, it knows no bounds.
No bounds, man. I love that. I feel like we should address something else that's going on right now. I think some people are looking for perspective on the twisted vacancy, call it controversy. I want to give a shout out to, so here's the perspective that I personally am preaching. Iana said this well on Twitter this morning, and it's like, it's upsetting to see stuff like this, but he said, I'm waiting to see how this plays out. That to me is so important right now because on one hand, and I'm always this guy. I'm like, it depends until and unless when we formulate the story, when we have all the facts, when we get both sides, when we get all the perspectives, then if you want to rain on somebody, do it. And maybe deserved at some point in time. Mm-hmm. I think a couple things are clear. On one hand, you do have some concerning stuff going on. You have some objects that look similar, some colors and lines that look similar. On the other hand, I think you clearly have a hit piece article. That article reads to me like a takedown. Maybe deserved. I'm kind of stepping back from the situation, but that's how it reads to me. And so my first thought is like, please, can everyone hold off for a second? Let's talk to Twisted. Let's get both sides. And then if something is warranted at that point in time, let's go. But I'm not the type of person to read a hit piece and be like, down with this person. Let's burn it all. Let's sell it all. I'm just not going to do that in the moment.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I simply need more information to comment on it authentically, I think. I read the article, saw the dude's Instagram. Like you said, some concerning stuff possibly going on there. That made me go, something doesn't add up. But what that means on a larger scale for the community or for the platforms that he's on or for Twisted himself, I don't know. All I know is just the article I read, and that's about it. That's about it. Mm-hmm. As far as copyright and art goes, it's a very, very, very gray line, I think, when it comes to styles, when it comes to all this kind of stuff. So it makes it even harder to objectively kind of just look at it and know what's going on too. So I don't know.
I think it's well said, man. And let's hey, while we're here, right? Like, let's get the story. Like, let's just get the story. Let's get the perspective. Let's give the day in court, and then let's see. And then let's see what happens after that. Freight Train says, I guess my question is what vetting is done by the platforms to ensure people aren't stealing work? That's a great question, right? Due diligence by platforms, I think, is downright necessary, especially when you're talking about curated platforms. But we just don't know. Maybe due diligence was done. We don't know that. That's the thing. That's the thing. We don't know that. And so, I happen to be one of the bigger Twisted Vacancy fans out there. And I'm stepping back from that. I'm just going to treat this completely unbiased. I will be the first to, if the perspective is gotten, if Twisted tells his side of the story, we look at it and we say there's an issue here, I will be the first to say there's an issue here, right? I just don't think we're there yet.
Yeah. And as far as like what vetting is done by the platforms, like personally, like when I saw, at least in the article that was mentioned, the two pieces of art that were being compared, I wouldn't have been able to tell without the like highlighted circles around it saying this is what was taken from this piece of art. I just looking at that, I would have been like, yes, very, very, very similar styles. If they're next to each other on the same artist Instagram page, I might say easily the same artist. Who knows? But it's not a one-on-one copy. There's nothing in there that's like that just at a glance, or even just me looking at it, that I could really tell, like, from a vetting standpoint. Like, it gets so mucky with with small bits and pieces of stuff that might be the same, or stylistic stuff that might be the same. It's there's been some other issues in the community with this as well. Not going to name any more names, but Basquiat in person, not impersonator, but Basquiat, very influenced style of some artists, and it's such a mucky and gray area when it comes to art and influence, and what's influence, and what's copyright infringement, and what's stealing someone's idea and artistic identity. It's really tricky.
It is tricky. And so let's do it. I promise I'm trying to do some of the people's work here and get in there and get that story and get that perspective. And I promise that I will share some better thoughts once I have that. I just thought it was important to at least acknowledge it. It's like not trying to shy away from any issue in the community. I think it's very relevant to your point, Parrot. I think there's other stuff out there that has been concerning in the past from others, and this is probably a good time to wrap our heads around a situation and talk about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a prevalent issue, I think, overall in the NFT community. A lot of the early NFT art was based on remix culture, and a lot of the early NFT movement was trying to dismantle the idea of copyrights and stuff, and saying, hey, this is all culture, it's all remixable, it's like all this kind of stuff. So it's very interesting dynamic and narrative, and it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses as NFT becomes more mainstream, and as NFT starts to look more like the traditional art world, or the traditional digital art world of Instagram, Pinterest, and ArtStation and such.
Yep.
It's all happening so fast.
Yep, we're making decisions in real time. We're making judgment calls in real time. By the way, B20 token continues with the theme and is at 16.9. How funny is that? The theme continues. It's at 16.9. It's an interesting play here. I wonder if anyone will make it. Just talk about a macro bet. Let's say somebody knows they're going to rip in. Let's say somebody knows their ceiling is 50 million, right? On the Beeple 5,000 everydays. Right? Just seeing them make a massive, by the way, B20 token dumping before our eyes. I wonder how this goes. It's at 1570 right now. Interesting. But let's say someone just scoops mega B20, rips in 50 million on the everydays. Just seeing how those things play out, right? Insider info on what bids are coming on the Christie's piece, and then what that person or conglomerate does on the B20 side. Very interesting. David Lisser weighing in on the possible yes or no plagiarism. Yeah, I think you guys are right. Legally, it will be a hard one to probably be a hard one to press, but how the community responds will be more important long term than any legal verdict. Agree. Let's see. By the way, on Twitter, Trevor Jones says, "Hey, I recognize that painting behind you. Shout out Trevor Jones. What's going on?" Trevor, I promise it's getting hung soon. It's going to have a nice little spot on that wall, nice little permanent spot on that wall. That is a Trevor Jones. Very, very, very excited to have it as part of an ever-improving backdrop. Ever since Eric Young shamed me.
I need to up my backdrop now too. That calendar back there is like a month old too. I haven't updated that yet. I was so hyped. I was like, I'm so organized with my calendar. I know what's coming every day. And now it's just all February.
Wipe that calendar, Parrot. Come on. Let's see. Oh, by the way, John Priest says, here to pool our money for a last-minute bid from Origin Stories. All right, everybody. We got 30. We have 31 minutes and 24 seconds to get this done. Let us know what you're willing to chip in. Let's see if we can rustle up the 69 million it's going to take to pull this.
Also, I'll paste Roger's Ethereum address here. Just send money.
The freight train says community seems to already be making decisions and dumping Twisted's work. That's the part that's a shame to me. That's the part. I just all that stuff, right? All that stuff, the sell-offs, the burning, like that side of the discussion, I would just encourage like this. That's all. Like you give it 24 hours and then make your decision again. Like that's all. I just think that that's what's warranted right now. So that's the drum that I'm pounding right now. What am I doing, by the way? What is due diligence? Due diligence to me is the other side of the story, right?
You just want the full picture.
That's it. You have the hit piece. It was written. There are some concerning things in there. To me, it reads like a hit piece. Cool. So what does that trip off in my mind? I just need the other side. I want the other person to step up, to say some things, to talk to it, to speak to it. Then we look at both and we make our decisions. The decisions could be the same or it could change things. I don't know. Too soon to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey Dip, morning. What's going on, Mikey? How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Nice and early.
Nice and early.
Got a half hour on the clock.
Yeah. We just crossed that half-hour threshold. B20 continues to dip. I'm looking to see whether there's a buy in there. I'm looking to see whether there's like a big scoop of B20 and then a bid comes in on the Beeple. That is what I have a corner of my eye out for. Let's see. Digital Donut. I mean, so this is a topic. Again, I'm not trying to shy away from it. I do, however, want to call clock on this controversy in about 5 minutes so we can focus on the history. I don't want to get too off track. We'll be back at 4. We'll be able to talk about it again. And again, not running from it. We're face up here. Digital Donut says, I made my decision. You see the messages between them. Twisted, clearly fraudulent. I don't know.
I need to do some deeper reading on this today before our 4 p.m. podcast, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. That Digital Donut, that's what we can promise. I think this is evolving. I think we'll be paying attention today. We'll be doing that deeper dive. We'll come back with some more formulated thoughts. And let's go. And then let's go. Then however it shakes out, it shakes out. But let's do that. Let's do that. All right. What's cooking? 14.75 million, 28 minutes on the legacy clock here. I heard 3-minute extensions, by the way.
You did? Okay, I was curious about that. I was going to ask if anyone knew how that worked. If it just ends, and I was like, it's probably some kind of extension, right? If a bunch of bids come in last minute with like milliseconds in between them and stuff.
Yep. It's interesting, I guess, in the live auction space, right? At Christie's, 3 minutes is enough, 3 minutes is enough. In the NFT space online on Foundation and on Nifty auctions and anywhere else, super rare auctions, then you need a little bit of an extra extension just in case transfers need to take place. Gas comes into play.
Yeah, definitely places like super rare where you need to each bid that you do costs gas and has a transaction time.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I wonder how the Ethereum mechanism for Christie's works.
Good question. What's up, Christie's? Get in here.
Very interesting. Yeah. It's while they're accepting Ethereum for this, that was a part that surprised me even more so, I think, than a digital art piece being sold, is that they were like, okay, this is a thing that's going on the internet everywhere else, and Ethereum's the coin that people are using to buy most of this work. Let's include that in here.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting plot twist I didn't see coming.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I'm wild. B20 is in full dump mode right now.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Very interesting. Sell the news.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised.
I still.
It's a long-term hold for me, though. I think. I don't know. I try not to trade too much coins because I always pick the wrong moment and get emotional about it. So I find if I just hold stuff, it eventually goes up.
Yeah, I don't think this is fully played out yet, even in this moment. I do wonder where we're headed here at Christie's, and then how that will turn around and influence. But yeah, trading right now right around that $15 mark. Right around that $15 level.
Very interesting. Do you know when the 14.75 bid came in? When I went to bed 3 hours ago, it was 13.75 still.
Let me get a timestamp for you. Timestamp is 8:36 a.m. Eastern time. So just about an hour ago, right around an hour ago. John Paris says best investments are the one you forget you're holding. Yes.
That's what I try to do.
Man. What's everyone else thinking? Today, Odious, this is going to get spicy. I agree, man. Get in this chat here, everybody, or comments or anywhere you want to do it. Here with 25 minutes remaining, I am curious as to where everyone else's head is at. Do you think there will be a late flurry? Do you think we've already seen bidding play out? Where do you fall personally? How do you interpret this? B20 took it down to 1437. So again, the dump seems to be on. Will it turn around? And will it turn around with a mega bid that, who knows, may be around the corner? But I'm curious as to community's thoughts. Wheel, what's going on? Wheel is for, getting spicy for B20. Got it. Yes, I think it's going to get spicy for everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, if past digital auctions are any giveaway of what will happen here, I think we'll see, someone coming in with a $4.8 million bid. If no one bids and there's 5 minutes left, some guy's going to throw in, a few $100,000, which is a lot of money, but relatively speaking. And, I think it will come down to probably 2 people bidding back and forth for I don't know how long. That's how it seems to go.
Yeah, I still think more is in store. I agree. Well, a lot of money was considering getting involved. A lot of money says he wanted to bid 20 million, but this 30-room mansion with the inside swimming pool is tempting. Hey, is it the mansion or is it the Beeple 5000? And does the Beeple 5000 one day allow you to buy an entire island? I mean, these are the questions, right? These are the important questions of life.
Yeah. I mean, this is a historical piece, man. I do think in a decade, in a year, a few months, this will be worth more than whatever it sells for sure.
Yeah, I am going to triple down right now. I'm tripling down. I think it's insane. This is the digital renaissance. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
Like all the recent like supply side concerns, whatever your take on it, Beeple is the trailblazer here in this space. The space is on rocket fuel going to Jupiter. More of the world is coming over into this space by the day, by the week, by the month. It will only continue down that path. Beeple doesn't strike me as the kind of guy to mess up. He's a little older, not old, but a little older. He's more experienced.
Yeah.
He's experienced. He's been there. He gets it. More is coming. This is his legacy. I just think we look back, and yes, basically wherever this goes today at Christie's, I think we look back fairly soon and say that was the steal of the entire space at the time.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about with the whole space blowing up right now, right? There's this that's kind of at the forefront of it, and is this? It's hard to know because the space itself is getting so much media attention. Is this, let's say, overinflated price wise because of the whole space, or is this one of the main factors inflating the space right now? Mm-hmm. And where's that line drawn? Yeah, and if it sells for a crazy amount, what's that going to do to NFTs as a whole? Is it going to bring the next wave of investors in? Are people going to say, that was great, we're onto something new now?
Right.
It's a big moment, man.
It is a big moment. I guess to that point, I'm not hedging, by the way. Today Odious says, I think the final 5 minutes we'll see some action. I am with you. Odious says also might just have to toss in a bid himself. I would encourage you to do so.
Steal the century.
So I'm doubling down, tripling down. I'm putting my neck out there. I just don't think we're done yet, and I think wherever this goes, it's going to be cheap when we look back. That said, wherever it goes, even if the auction ends right now at 14.75 million, insane. I would also encourage perspective there at how insane it already is. And how much promise and hope it should already give the NFT space as a whole. So I don't want that to be lost, just in case I'm dead wrong, which I'm not going to be. I'm tripling down.
2 days ago on Polymarket, there was the bet line was 50-50 whether this would go over 10 million.
Parrot, don't remind me about that moment.
I'm rubbing it just a little bit.
Parrot and I are sitting here talking. We're jamming out this week, and we pull up the betting markets, and we basically just LOL, like beyond. Like, we're just like true rolling on the floor style, just like laughing at how easy of a bet it is that this Christie's auction goes over 10 million. Well, shout out Parrot. Parrot goes through the necessary steps to actually place the bet, whereas me, I like have it up on my screen, take half of the steps necessary, and don't finalize. And then Parrot hits me up the next day, which is now yesterday, and he's like, haha, easiest money ever. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't place the bet.
It was pretty easy money. Most of this, I keep an eye on Polymarket. I think it's a cool concept. Very much gambling, by the way. But there's a lot of stuff on there where I'm not very confident on. There's only one other thing I put my money on Polymarket so far, and it was if Bitcoin would break 20K by Thanksgiving. And I think Bitcoin hit 20K like a few days after Thanksgiving. Lost my money on that. Luckily, not a lot, but that scared me off. I was like, ooh, I guess I can't predict the future.
Bang, bang. Shots fired. Shouting out. Yeah, Anthony Pompliano going a little pump there. 20.25 million. Here we go, people. Here we go.
I'm bullish again, bro. I'm back with you. 69 million.
There's the action. There's the action we're looking for. Now the focus turns back to B20 token. Does that now respond all the way down at $14, basically flat? What's going on? Little Niath says, so happy someone's covering this live. We aim to please. Here we are. Here we are, and here we shall be. Oh, man. Let's go. John Priest. Wow. Joff, clap, clap. Let's go. There's the triple down, Parrot. We're not even done yet. We're not even done yet.
That's the excitement that we're here for. That was the first increase since we've gone live.
That's true. And it won't be the last. Next, still on the line. Task Force says, is the auction still going? Task Force, where have you been? Yes, the auction is going. It's
18
on
minutes.
right now. Let's go.
David says, historically, Christie's gets lots of bids in the last few minutes. I gotta say, I believe that. Brian bought some B20.
Mm-hmm.
Not financial advice. Might not be the worst time to do that since it's dumping, but
yeah,
not financial advice.
Let's go, Brian. Let's go. Task Force, yes, 50 mil by end of auction. I'm at 69. Let's do this. 50, 69, wherever it goes. Brian, right as you made the announcement, pump time. Let's go. Let's pump. John, does Christie's extend?
Question.
Yes, 3 minutes. 3-minute extensions. Freight train, my guess, 26.888 milli. Are you thinking 888 gets involved? Let's see. Thinking much higher now. I agree. Space painter, not financial advice. Yes, asterisks. Asterisks, not financial advice.
Let's repeat that.
Yeah. But we are here speculating nevertheless. Nevertheless. Let's go. Let's get involved.
Yeah. Everything on this Christie stuff is so foreign to me with, like, you know, I know how bidding works on Super Rare. I know how bidding works on Nifty. I don't know how long the bids take to translate on here. You know, how long if they're working with like some kind of broker-esque situation where they're talking to people live and saying, I want to place this kind of bid, or if it's just all through the internet and it's instant. I don't know.
It's a good question.
I feel way more awake now after that bid, the rush of adrenaline.
Yes. Space Painter, place your bets, folks. How much will it go for? Yes, bring those bets on. I'm going 69 million. Parrot, you're still, are you sure you're still sticking with 22?
No, that'd be foolish at this point, I think. I'm going to say 49.
49.
Wait, what did you say? You said 69?
I'm at 69 million.
All right, I'll do 68. So,
man, B20, not turning yet. Oh, see, now I'm looking small. Now everyone's jumped above 69. We got Snail going 76.4. We got K Carrot 77.7. A lot of money, 80 million. Hey,
okay, 1 billion.
You leave it to a lot of money to bring the big bid. I think it's spot on. Shout out to all of you savages. I agree. I think let's go to the moon here.
You think we'll see this on the news later tonight?
Yes.
I think so.
Today. Let's turn that news around.
You saw it here live first. Odious, 5 million.
Odious, there better be a 0 behind that.
2 zeros. 36.
David Lister staying low, 36 million. I think that's great. It's kind of funny how that has become low, right? just 36 mil.
What's that? 5 times his last sale? Yeah. Less than 15 minutes left. Insane.
Let's go. We got updates here. We're at 13 minutes left. 20.25 million is where it stands right now. B20 token side by side stands at 14.29. Interesting times. I still like that screen split. I'm
like, I keep my eye on the number of bids too. There's been 193 so far. I'm curious to how that jumps with everything. $40 mil. Yeah, realistically, I'd put money on it somewhere somewhere in the 40s, I'd say.
Wheel says B20 is set right now on some rocky support. Talk to me, Wheel. Give me a little bit more on that. What do you mean? This is intense. This is intense.
Yeah, does B20 function like other coins where it has supports and all that jazz, or is it just hyped by this auction right now? Do either of you guys have an iPhone? Yes.
Yes.
Is that in reference to the clubhouse going on right now?
Get into clubhouse that's going on with Beeple everywhere. Task Force, we got a show to run here, man. What do you want us to do? Like, cut the stream. Let's go.
Yeah, we know there's some competition.
Yeah. Ooh, Wheel says if it breaks this support, I'm looking at it. I got you. If it breaks this support level, he's looking at another 20% downside. Interesting, right? Interesting.
As a native asset price because of all the Beeples. Sure. All right, so is it overvalued currently, not counting this auction, would you say? And then with this auction, then would it be overvalued still?
I mean, that's going to be speculation, right? And it also comes down to the percent of the works that's actually owned by, by being a part of B20, right? So it comes down to, original value, your projection now, plus percent ownership. Run that through and let's see. B25, finding a little bit. So it's at 14 flat now. It's at 1469. Parrot, there's that number again. I think it's going to happen.
1471. Yeah, it's going back up. Kinda. A few cents.
So Mark says B20 is not only represents Beeple, it has other assets also. Agreed. Yeah, for sure. I agree. But I do think that, obviously it is led by the Beeple assets, and the Beeple assets are having their moment right now.
Oh, it has land in there too. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
All right, 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go at 20.25. There we go. B20. Oh, B20 in full volatility mode right now. I was about to say it was at 15 flat and it's back to 1460. Let's see. Let's see. Parrot, what's your do I see a new bid? You got a new bid?
Do we? I don't.
No. Just a quote of that 22.5. Just a quote of that 22.5.
Keeps refreshing in the next tab, and I'm like,
yeah. Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, pulling back for a second. What's your favorite Beeple work, Parrot?
Favorite? Ooh, man, I don't know. The thing about Beeple is there's a new piece of work every day, and up until I think his recent Nifty auctions and his recent Nifty works, it's kind of unfortunately been something where it is like on the how the psychological impact of Instagram, where you scroll past it and you're like, that's cool, and then it's just kind of lost in the ether in my brain. So I can obviously say like
Parrot, hold that thought. We got a new bid.
Ooh.
We got a new bid. It is up to 24 million.
209 bids. Crazy.
24.25. 24.25, the exact new bid. Fantastic. Let's spice it up. 8 minutes left. Just jumped to 24.25. B20 at 1476. Sorry, Parrot. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, that's what we're here for, man.
Yeah. Digital Donut says favorite Beeple is day 0. Carl Jennings 24.25. Carl, thanks for joining us today. One of the biggest plays, to think back to history, one of the biggest plays that I almost made personally, and then immediately found out I couldn't make that play, is on his goat piece, the first 1-of-1 auctioned, and it ended up vaulting up to like $75+ million. But I was really sorry, not $1 million. It vaulted up.
Yeah.
Something. But
A lot.
Joff, does this end at 8 minutes, or will new bids keep it open? New bids do keep it open. I think we're looking at 3-minute extensions. Freight Train says new bid 24.75. 24.75. I feel like we're going to become an auction house. Start calling this out. 24.75 indeed. 7 minutes to go.
Going once, going twice.
Yep. But far from gone. I think it's going to take a lot more. I think it's going to take a lot more than that.
Yeah, we're up to 211 bids.
And B20 is on the. There we go. B20 now picking up. So this is interesting, right? It was, will there be new action on the auction? How will that impact B20? In my own, the way my brain works, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking if there is a whale out there who understands how this thing will likely play out, and they know in the back of their mind, I'm going to rip in 40 million on this Beeple, not a bad time for them to be making plays at B20 as well and doing some little unofficial manipulation.
Mark says, my favorite is Bull Run. As an owner of Bull Run, I'm going to have to agree. That's a great piece.
Parrot Man, maybe my favorite piece of one of my favorite pieces of the whole collection. I have the number 20 edition of the 2020 Everydays. That's
solid, dude. That's very akin to the 5,000 Everydays that's going on today. It's a larger collection of his work, which I think is really cool.
Yep, agreed.
It's a cool way for him to sell his work too, because there is so much work out there.
So much. 5 minutes.
Scrolling through his Instagram right now, and there's like so many that I haven't even seen yet.
Let's see. Bless you.
Thank you.
We got a bull run and a bull run. We got B20 ripping now up to 1632. So this is the side by side. This is what we're looking for. We got 5 minutes left on the auction at 24.75 mil. D says, yo, throw up a screen share of the auction. The only thing with that, D, sometimes it crashes Paris Chrome.
I'll do my best.
Little Knight says, so with B20, there will be an auction for the 20 pieces and real estate correct? It's a good question.
All right, I'm going for the screen share.
All right, let's try it. D, if you crash Chrome on Parrot side, we know who to call.
We're live.
All right, we're live. Good stuff.
Cool. Everything looking good. With the B20, there will be an auction for the 20 pieces and real estate correct. I believe there's some kind of dynamic like that. And I think the community itself chooses whether or not the pieces are sold with whatever bids come in. 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
Ooh, it's going to get spicy.
Mm-hmm.
The suspense is killing me, Parrot.
Should we chat with Christie? There's a little button there.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk to him. Freight Train says,
10 seconds ahead of me? Man.
He's got the true feed.
Can we share your screen?
Freight Train's sitting courtside for this one. How did he get those tickets?
I blame it on, I like how auto refreshes. I blame it on me live streaming right now. Or maybe just the delay of me live streaming to Freight Trains.
True.
10 seconds is a lot, though.
B20 still pumping. 1654.
Wonder how he chose which pieces to highlight out of this collection.
All right. Down to crunch time here. We need the live stream of Christie's. What's going on there?
Like at Christie's?
Yeah, at Christie's.
I feel like everyone's working from home. Ooh, look at that. It just changed to this red bar.
Ooh, it's intense. It's ticking down. It's tick.
I
Oh,
feel
it's
like that's
is
going to
it-
make people want to bid more. It makes me want to bid.
get in there, Parrot. Come on now. Come on, put that ETH to good use. Yeah, today ODS. Ooh, the bar is nice. Agreed. Freight train 3 minutes left. Indeed, man. I want that bar to tick up. I'm ready for some action. I mean, come on, 24.75, insane. I don't think we're done. Ooh, 25.25. Freight train giving us his VIP fee. 25.25. Far from over. Far from over.
Yeah, he is a few seconds ahead of me for sure. 25.
How about it?
It's interesting because you see it go from 24 to 25, and you think that's a whole $1 million someone's throwing at it. I'm not seeing a 3-minute extension.
27.75. History right now being made. Let's go.
I'm not seeing any extensions though. Do you know how that works?
and you're right. You know I would think that they would have to pop and extend that bar. Maybe that's a website issue. I hope that's a website issue. I am almost positive there is an extension for new bids.
If we were in the clubhouse right now, we'd probably know.
True. So true.
35.75. Wow.
There it is. There it is. Now we're talking. This is history.
I'm just trusting the comments more than my screen right now.
Nicholas Daniel, what's going on? 35.75. Here we go. Joff doubles down on it as well. Hey, community, seriously, thank you for joining us today. Parrot, thank you for waking up today and bringing the tea on the Pacific Coast. This is why we're here. 50.75. Let's go. 69
Lord.
in range. 69
is in range.
In range. I feel so vindicated.
50 mil is ridiculous. All right. Someone tell me how extension.
There we go.
It goes.
We got the extension. So all right. So someone goes mega bid here, right? Trying to end it at 50.75. Will it work?
No.
And there goes B20. B20 at 17.1. That's the question, right?
60.25.
Let's go, Parrot. 60.25.
69.420.
Let's go. 69. Let's go. Do it for Beeple. This is exciting. This is why we're here.
This is crazy.
Parrot, man, thank you for. I hope you feel good. It's got to feel like it feels like noon right now, right over there. Feels like noon.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I can go run laps now.
Adrenaline is going. Shout out to Bobby over on Twitter. 50 mil plus now. Haha. Let's go.
With 50 mil.
This is great. 60.25.
Yeah, B20 is going to take off, I'm sure. Just, I think people are trying to sell the news, and now people are trying to buy back in because this is going so high.
Let's go.
Like I said, Polymarket 2 days ago, 50-50 on will it hit 10 mil.
Is that it? Is it official? Is 60.25 the final sale?
Auction closed.
Just want to make sure that's not like, just in case kind of thing. $60.25 million
Looks like it.
For the Beeple every day is the first 5,000 days.
Do we sign into Clubhouse really quick and hear some applause maybe?
Go for it.
Oh my God. Yo, what's so cool about this is that
Everything's cool on Clubhouse. I heard people say, "Oh my God, that's all I wanted."
That's it. We got the genuine reaction. Hey,
someone says they will continue to extend. Is that true?
Yeah, we need clarity on that because this website was not doing the trick with the extension before. So let's make sure. Let's make sure. Bobby comes in over Twitter. He's doing a nice thing over there. He's kind of like extrapolating out the number per day, right? What this amount means per day in the 5,000 days. I think that's an interesting line of logic. $12,000 per day. Again, shout out to Bobby over there. B20 token, by the way, at 1880 right now. 1880 at the B20 token. If you scooped down by 14, 15, good for you. Good for you.
Brian, I think that was you.
Yes, Brian. Shout out, Brian. Good stuff. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any more extensions. I mean, it looks like...
It looks closed to me.
Yeah, looks closed. $60.25 million. Shout out to Beeple. Just that's it. I mean, what else can we say, right?
Gotta say, you were pretty close to on the money there, Roger.
Thanks, man.
9 million off. Sounds like a lot, but not in the scheme of this auction. Much closer than my original 22 million.
Wait. What
is it?
69 million. Yo, let's go.
No, what's going on?
69 million. Come on.
How's that work? Oh wow, 69,346.
Come on, Parrot. Come on.
Oh my god.
Come
How's
on.
it updated to
One
that
time.
number?
What if it was me, bro? What if I have my screen over here? I'm just firing in a $69 million bid at Christie's.
Dude, that was
Let's go.
uncomfortably close to 69,420. Uncomfortably close.
This just has to be it. This has to be it.
It says price realized, which when I've looked at other auctions on Christie's, that's been the final say, I think. But we'll continue to take a look at that. That's crazy, bro. You really right on the money. You should have done a poly market on that.
Oh man, that is so good. I am so happy right now. Oh man,
Legend. I bet you feel just as good as Beeple does right now.
No, I feel good for Beeple, man. That is just what a moment. What a moment.
This is the third most expensive artwork ever sold by a living artist. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I was looking on Christie's and I was seeing some Warhols and some all sorts of stuff, big names I've recognized that I've seen NFT artists eclipse those prices.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
This is crazy.
Wow. That was every bit exciting as I thought it would be. How's that B20 doing? B20 to 69 bucks. Come on. We are on our way up. Back over $20 for B20. Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, it's just kind of like stunned silence right now, right? I mean, it happened. It happened. Like it happened. It got there. This is history. NFT space. I mean, everyone pay attention, right? Digital Renaissance, et cetera, all that stuff right now, like before our eyes.
Dude, I'm still just giddy on the fact that it looked like it ended at 60 and we were like, wow, so close. And then it just went to 69.
It's just so good, Parrot. It's so good.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, and as MK said, the third most expensive artwork ever sold by a living artist. And the fact that it's an NFT, that's Beeple, that's digital art, that It's on Christie's that they're taking Ethereum. All these like ingredients all mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
This is real bullish for everything NFT related, man. This is a truly historic moment, and it's so cool that we could cover this live. I'm glad I woke up early. Imagine if I slept through my alarm, bro, which I guess didn't even go off.
I was so prepared to go live. I'm like, oh shit, what do we, I'm like, I just got to do this solo. I'm like, am I going to invite someone from the community on? Like, how are we going to do this? I was making backup plans, and I'm so glad. So glad that it worked out the way it did.
Wow, crazy. So let's see. When we started this an hour ago, it was at 14 million, and it jumped $56 million, right? Yeah.
Yep.
In an hour.
Yep. B20 2156.
Beeple's pretty rich now, huh?
I'm telling you, the speculator in me, there is a tie. Somebody knew. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes, though. That's how it goes.
Sure.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. 22.25 over here. I've noticed that Uniswap is a little bit behind on the B20 token.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been looking at CoinGecko and what's this other website? Xeron. I don't know. But that's showing 22.25 right now for the B20. 22.78, and it's just a fat green candle.
Oh man. Wow. $69 million, Parrot.
How did the winner not bid 69,420? That's what I'm saying, dude. 100K off. How do you mess that up? I don't know.
That was that was just there for the taking. It was just there, It was just there.
Perhaps it was a serious bidder and not someone who likes to joke around about these things. That's crazy, bro.
Crazy. What a day.
Someone says 157 Ethereum buy on B20. Wow.
Yep. B20 just ripping. Man, this is such a feel-good moment. Who was I talking to about this on Origin Stories in an interview? I'll figure that out. I want to get the shout out right. But we're talking about Beeple, and usually when someone gets to that standing in a community, there is certain, there's like some negative vibes that percolate. People get a little jelly. It happens. It's like human nature, right?
Sure.
What I find personally striking and why I believe we should praise Beeple even more. He has done so much in terms of growing the space and speaking positively about the space compared to other industries and other places where you see someone rise up and you see some negativity swirling. There's very little of that around Beeple. And I think that is so warranted because I think people see how real he is. And he has opened that door, right? He's done, he shares the champagne spray in his backyard, right? He shares like that kind of stuff with the people. And I think there's just no question about, the underlying motives or the underlying thought process there. So again, it's just all love to that guy for leading the way,
definitely,
for producing this legacy, and then for of course then sharing it out and reaping the much deserved reward for it.
Yeah, that's a very good point, man. I don't see that much jealousy or any projections really going on against people in this space, because I think it's pretty irrefutable to be like, well, this guy did work every day for 13 years on this. The evidence is all there. No one can call him not a hard worker, or he's influenced so many artists like myself who, name any 3D artist out there, and I'm sure they'd list Beeple on their top 5 influences of all time.
Yep. Legend. Just a legend. What else can we say? Crazy. B2023 shot over 23. Yeah, that green candle just keeps getting longer, Parrot.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows where that's going to go, especially as the West Coast starts to wake up and all that. And the rest of the world, I don't know what time zones everyone's in, but we're going to see a lot of his work get nabbed up on Nifty and OpenSea, I'm sure.
Yep. Yeah, the rush. And there were, I did see some, some people scooping in the past day plus. A lot of bull runs went. Some buys on Ether. A couple raws went.
Yeah. Someone picked up a bull run for $99,999.99 the other day.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, paper hands on that one. Not in this moment. Not in this moment. What? Shout out to Loop. Loop sold his number 2 bull run for.
Was it bull run? Politics is bullshit, I think.
Sorry. Politics is. I was just picturing the bull. Sold his number 2 politics is bullshit for a huge haul.
$600K, I think.
Mitch
Too early. Only time will tell.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? Mitchum, great sesh, folks. 69 cheers from Singapore. Cheers. Thank you for joining us. What's going on?
We worldwide. Crazy time, bro. Absolutely wild.
Wow.
Congrats to the GOAT.
Congrats to the GOAT. Man. I mean, we're going to be right back here soon, Parrot. We're going to be right back here at 4 p.m. Eastern.
True. I need a nap soon.
Yeah. Not anytime. I don't know about that, man. I don't know how soon that nap can come.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Guess that's realistic.
I got a little too much adrenaline right now. That nap's not happening today. Good stuff, man.
Well, cheers, man. Thanks everyone for joining us. That was fun to have the community come out and chat with us live.
Agreed.
It'd be so much more lonely. No offense, but if it was just me and you going back and forth the whole time without any input,
we needed this.
We need it.
Thank you, everybody, from wherever you are, for waking up, for joining us during your afternoons. What a moment. I hope everyone just appreciates it at this point. It's like now that we can just sit back and take a look, like just appreciate it, just soak it in. John Priest, nice job, guys. This was fun. Thank you, man. We'll be right back here, 4 p.m. We'll talk a little bit more. All right, so what do we got at 4 p.m.? Why should you join us then? We got Nate Hill, the Nate the Great, coming on at 4 p.m. We're going to talk some more about Origin Stories NFTs, which we're distributing. We're going to talk about Savage's JN Silva and Thank You X coming up 7 p.m. tonight. They dropped tonight. We just had them on Origin Stories. They are amazing people. Want to see them do really, really well. And we're not shying away from it. We'll talk a little bit more about the controversy that apparently has captured the space in a different light. But we'll have more info there as well.
Yeah, we'll be back in 6 hours.
All right, everybody. See you in 6 hours.